what to expect for this week crypto market outlook? Should we see the crypto price continue to tank, or should we see the price starts to bottom from here? Okay, so I think there are a lot of anticipation for next Wednesday, which is the rate cut, FOMC rate cut that will be coming in on the 17th of September. Okay, high anticipation of a rate cut, maybe a minimum of 0.25 basis point. Okay, so with that, I think a lot of people are getting excited because with the rate cut coming in, most likely other asset class, risk-on asset, most likely to go up. Okay, so should we see the market to price in early before the rate cut? Okay, or should we able to see the market starts to rally again before the rate cut to happen? Okay, so yeah, again, I think there are a lot of things that we can be able to look at, especially on the downside first, the worst case scenario. Probably we should see the crypto market starts to have a breather first, okay, and especially for BTC. Okay, maybe we should see a fresh decline starting from 113K. Okay, so yeah, I think right now BTC is currently trading around 113 at the moment. Okay, 113. Okay, so still yet to break above 115K. Okay, so should we see the Bitcoin price starts to go down probably below 100K? Okay, that's where the danger is. Okay, so again, like I said, Bitcoin still remain at risk here because again, for crypto market to move, Bitcoin has to make its first move first. Okay, Bitcoin have to push the crypto market towards the upside first before we see Ethereum and of course the alts. But usually on Q4, what do we see is that Ethereum will start to outperform against BTC. So probably Bitcoin may remain stagnant or ranging, okay? And you'll see Ethereum start to outperform, okay? So if we are looking at the bull area, where should we look at? Somewhere above 112.5 and 113K. Should be able to maintain above these levels, then I think most likely we should see another higher price. Probably we should hit at least 115. Okay, so yeah, I think overall this is short-term breather. Okay, so anything that is going below, there could be a buying the dip opportunity. So next resistance could be 112.3. I think we have already breached that earlier ago. And then of the recent decline from the 113.2, swing high to the 110.8K. Okay, and then a close above 112.3K. Okay, resistance might send the price further higher. So that is the case there. Okay, the target next resistance will be 115,000. That is the key now to actually break above that 115. Okay, so yeah, I think overall is looking quite good. We didn't really hit on those critical support zone. Still yet there, still yet to maintain. Okay, so I think if the price were to continue and to hit breach above 115K by this week, then I think maybe the market might bottom from there. And should we see another movement back towards the upside again? And of course, the alts also will start to outperform. Okay, and then next we're going to see here. Okay, so I think there are a lot of market sentiment coming in from other coins as well, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP is ranging. And then we look at Solana also. So Solana, if you can see now, I think it's hitting about what, $215. Okay, it's trending towards the upside. It's gaining its traction again. I think most likely we can see that retail starts to come in and to flock in again to actually be in a casino. So yeah, I think overall market is looking healthy. Okay, and I think most likely the retails are slowly coming in. Okay, if we look at Ethereum as well, so Ethereum again is still a leading indicator for alts. Okay, as you look at the sentiment for Ethereum is considered quite bullish compared to BTC. And if you compare the chart for Ethereum against Bitcoin, okay, so you can see Ethereum is now outperforming against BTC. And Q4 is usually one of the best quarter for alts and of course for Ethereum as well. Okay, so yeah, I think overall it's looking good. If we look here on Ethereum especially, Ethereum is doing exactly what Bitcoin did last cycle. If we look compare to 2020 cycle, okay, Bitcoin had a 25 to 30% correction after hitting all-time high. And if you look at Ethereum as well, we can see a similar correction. It's down 16% so far. Then a similar 25 to 30% correction in Ethereum will send it around 3.5 to 3.7K. Okay, so anything that is below 4K is a huge deal to actually buy the dip. And so of course, this is the area where you might maybe want to accumulate for one more last round before we see a new highs again. So that is the expectation right now. Okay, any form of dip during this month, that's where you really want to pay attention, because I believe September is the final buying the dip opportunity. After that, I don't think there's any more chance anymore. Once we bottom out from there by end of September this month, leading up to October to Q4 till end of the year, I think most likely the price will continue to rally all the way, and you're going to have a hard time to actually buy the dip. So you're actually buying on the higher high, on the higher lows area. Okay, and you're going to buy most likely on the greed sentiment. So this is a time where the market is in neutral or in the fear sentiment. Okay, might want to pay attention all those outs that you really want to accumulate. So final round, today is already 10th of September. So roughly about 20 more days, or maybe less than 20 days from now, after the rate cut, maybe price might go stagnant instead of going up first. Okay, because usually market will always tend to do the opposite. When something is good, market tend to do the opposite. Okay, so probably I might expect the market to range rather than going up all the way after the rate cut. So that will give you another opportunity to accumulate after the 17th of September, after the FOMC rate cut. Okay, so yeah, I think by this week and then next week, okay, this is the golden opportunity to accumulate. After that, no more. Then next, you're going to see here talking about Ethereum demand. Then we look at the whale activity as well. As you can see, everything is looking quite good. As you know that all those OGs in the market space, they have been around for many cycles. I think since the early cycle, we know what is really happening. So that's why we can see a lot of OG whales, especially holding Bitcoin, tend to rotate. Where is the money rotation that is happening? Okay, so what they're going to do from BTC, they're going to sell or they convert it to Ethereum. So that is what is really happening towards end of the year or towards Q4. Okay, so yeah, I think overall you can see Ethereum is currently trading somewhere around 4.4K now. Okay, all right, and then if you look here, whale stakes 86 million in Ethereum to boost staking demand. So all those DeFi protocols like Aave, like Ethena, all these are under Ethereum, right? So all these will actually give an additional boost towards the Ethereum ecosystem. Okay, so yeah, overall it is looking very good. Okay, if you look at the technical side as well, later we will look into it. Okay, everything is looking bullish. If you look at the altcoin market cap, also is looking cup and handle position and is looking set to break its trend towards the upside. Okay, so yeah, if you look at the forecast as well, price forecast, okay, I think easily Ethereum could reach 5K anytime soon, maybe by end of this month or by, maybe by October. Okay, so 5K is still on the line. Okay, so yeah, anything below 4K is a huge bargain to actually buy the dip. So that's where we'll be going in as well. If there's any chance below 4K again. Okay, so that's where we really want to buy the dip. Okay, so we're gonna pay attention. And then moving on next. Okay, so if you look at Solana, not to forget Solana. So as you know that a lot of people are still highly favored on Solana to deliver for Q4 and towards the end of the year. So nonetheless, we can see Solana, being a leading indicator in terms of revenue. Okay, 2.5 times against Ethereum's revenue. Why? Is because of retail. Retail goes there for one purpose, which is casino, meme coins. Okay, that's the only reason why you see Solana tops in terms of revenue. Okay, and then total value locked as well. Okay, people are flocking based on due to meme coins trading. Okay, so yeah, you can see Solana has generated about 1.25 billion in revenue year to date. Okay, 2.5 times against Ethereum. Furthermore, I think Solana gas fees is 10 times or 100 times more cheaper than Ethereum. So that's the reason why also people tend to favor on Solana rather than on Ethereum. Okay, so yeah, that's where all the hidden gems are. That's where all the wow best is in Solana. And of course, Solana is heavily driven by retail. So that's the thing here, the gameplay. Okay, so Solana is in a league of its own. Okay, that's for sure. And Ethereum have its own play as well. So we're going to see, okay, can Ethereum able to outperform against Solana for the rest of the Q4? And of course, leading up by the layer 2s and the smaller caps as well. Okay, so yeah, I think overall very good. And then moving on next with the on-chain analysis. So we can see here what's really happening. Okay, if we look here, comparing with Bitcoin versus altcoin cycle, and then with altcoins impulse. Okay, so if we look at the market phase right now, what is really happening is the money rotation. Money rotation have been rotating from where? From Bitcoin, okay, slowly moving into Ethereum. Okay, and then what happened after Ethereum? What's next? They move into the big cap, following by mid cap, and then lastly is the lower cap coins. So if you are holding those altcoins that have utility for this cycle, this season, then maybe you should see some movement with your altcoins portfolio. Other than that, if you are holding since last year or last cycle token, okay, example like Polkadot, like NEAR Protocol, okay, probably may not give you that much significant move, okay, because I think there are a lot of competition lately. So you have to be very patient, and of course, you have to decide also whether you want to cut from your last cycle holding. Okay, so yeah, all in all, this is the money rotation. And what is really happening right now, you can see Q4. Okay, Q4 is the one that you should be looking for. Your Ethereum holdings and your altcoin holdings. So you gotta really picky on your alts, because if you pick the wrong alts, then you are going to pay a heavy price towards the bull market peak. Okay, and the altcoins do not outperform against Ethereum or even BTC. So that's where you have to make a decision whether you want to continue to hold, or maybe you might cut at a loss as well towards the end of this cycle. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so everything is looking good as long as Bitcoin remains stagnant and ranging around that area. Should we see Ethereum starts to outperform again for October onwards? Then moving on next. Okay, so we can see here, look at the altcoin market cap on the weekly time frame, especially if you see here. Okay. So yeah, we can see this is if you look at this level here, this is a cup and this is a handle here. Cup and handle situation on the weekly time frame. Okay, so pin at the range high, but also at the highs of the local range. Okay, strong close above and looks good, but be carefully buying at the highs and chasing green. Yeah, so we are already at this peak here, and it's looking set to break this current final boss resistance. If you look here, range high. Okay, price can still range more, meaning another drawdown of 15% or pullback. Okay, so eventually it will break out and fly higher. That is what this guy believes. So yeah, I think like I said, September final chance. Don't wait until October or probably November and want to start to enter. Okay, because I think everything will be overpriced by that time. Now is a time to actually look. Okay, some coins are already still down 90%, maybe down about 70, but probably still have potential. Okay, another additional field for the following Q4 that can able to push. Then maybe you might want to add. Okay, so don't do it last minute. Don't shop last minute or hoard last minute. You might want to dollar cost average if possible, rather than going in one lump sum. Okay, so yeah, that's a case here for altcoin market cap. Okay, and then if we look here, party time, when this closes above, right? Total altcoin market cap. What is happening here on 2021 comparing to last cycle? And the candlestick close past above this blue line here. You can see the movement, okay, breaking to a new all-time highs and then going extreme parabolic, or you can say it as a banana zone, okay, as what many mentioned, a banana zone or hockey stick. Okay, so same thing like 2025 this year, okay, I think it's about to happen here. Now, this candlestick will be a breaking point or game changer for this month. Now, if September month were to close like this, then I think most likely might favor for a repeat of 2021. Okay, for this thing to happen, September, it needs to close above. Okay, because last month we closed below. You can see the wick here, rejected, close below the blue bar line. Now, for September, it's trying to break again. So should we see a closing above, then should be very good. Okay, for this month and then leading up to Q4. Okay, so all in all, very bullish. Hopefully you guys are well loaded with your altcoins. Okay, so don't do it last minute. If needed to buy, do it on a weekly basis until end of this month, dollar cost average if necessary. Then moving on next to with airdrops. So we can see coming in here from Avantis. So Avantis airdrop now is live. So you might want to claim if you are doing this airdrop, okay, for Avantis. Okay, so yeah, current price is at 30 cents, trading on Binance, Alpha, Kraken, and other exchanges as well. Okay, so yeah, this one you can claim here. Okay, you can use this link if you have been doing this airdrop claim. Okay, Avantis token drop. And then moving on next, we have Live Art. Okay, also airdrop yesterday. Okay, so they've been minting their NFTs on their site. They are giving you their airdrop as well. Okay, so you want to go to claim the first 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀 protocol. Okay, so this is what they are doing. Okay, so vesting I think is 10%. The remaining 90% will be given on about 6 months. Okay, given daily for 6 months. So yeah, that's the downside here. 1090. Okay, and then next you're going to see here coming in for LINEA. So LINEA is actually a layer 2 under the Ethereum umbrella of Ethereum. So they are going to launch very soon at 11 p.m. our time. So I think this has been a long-awaited airdrop. I've been doing this since 2023. 2023 till now. So finally they are going to airdrop. Okay, 2 years waiting. Even last year as well, going to the event in token 2049 in Singapore, mentioning about when is the airdrop, cannot announce. So finally, 1 year, they now announce. Okay, so I think this is going to be a highly anticipated drop compared to other drop as well, because you know that September will be a hot month for airdrops. So trading will start on 10 September against 3 p.m. UTC, which equivalent to about 11 p.m. our time. Then, of course, you can deposit first and you can be able to start trading, I think. Okay, so yeah, I think they listed many major exchanges like Binance, KuCoin, Obi, all those major exchanges. Okay, so I think this one could see some potential here. Let's wait and see. And then moving on next. Okay, so this is coming in from 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 airdrop. Might want to check if you are doing this. Game opens in about 1 hour, but this was yesterday, right? So yeah, I think you can start claiming and you can be able to check your allocation if you have gotten this airdrop. Okay, so Switch powers the 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 network. So this is the one. And then next, okay, coming in from 𝗧 airdrop. So I think most of you have been doing 𝗧. Where's Belinda? Belinda, then Jim, and Xiong. Have you checked? Did you check your allocation? And do you do or not? Okay, so 𝗧 network airdrop. Okay, so if you haven't, then maybe you want to check here. Okay, check here. So check. If you have, then you might want to go and claim. Now, what happens if you do not get, like my account here, not eligible? Okay, so if you're not eligible, what you can do, you can able to fill up this form. Okay, all right, fill up this form, docs.google. Okay, all right, I already fill up already here. Okay. So maybe you want to fill up this. Okay, this up here. Okay, so if you have not received the airdrop or not eligible, you just fill up the document.google.com, okay, and enter your whatever social link, okay, and then just wait and see whether or not will we receive the airdrop after submitting, okay, for 𝗧 airdrop. So I think we've been doing this about almost 1 year, okay, so yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so for those of you who have been gotten this airdrop, okay, you have 4 options, okay. 4 options, what you can do is you can able to claim immediately, okay, or you can choose 3 months, 12 months, or 18 months. But my suggestion, if you get the airdrop, okay, if you really want to hold, okay, maybe at least minimum 3 months. Because if 3 months from now is until end of this year, I would say still okay, probably most likely market to peak. But if you're going to choose 12 months from now, I think most likely we are already in the bear market after 1 year from now. So that is the thing. So I recommend either immediate lock, unlock, or at least minimum 3 months. That's all. I won't go below more than that from 12 months to 18 months. So I'm not highly suggesting 12 to 18 months. Not worth it. So immediate unlock or 3 months. Okay, so this also safeguard your time, your cost of opportunity. Okay, so I think many newbies, what they do is when they got the airdrop, they always go for this maximum. You don't even know what they're doing. Okay, because they are, how to say, when they got the airdrop, they feel excited, especially for first timer, and then they go based on emotion rather than thinking what is going to happen in the next cycle. So they don't see all this. So you have to understand all this risk to reward ratio, how does this benefit you rather than the team? Okay, so you have to safeguard yourself as well. Then moving on next. Okay, we're going to see here. Next will be Boundless. So Boundless airdrop now is also live. So you want to claim here who is eligible. Boundless provers, open source contributors, and then for those of you who are doing yapping, okay, you can also get this airdrop. All right, so yeah, this is the one. And then next, we're going to see here coming in from Kite. So Kite AI is another new project. Maybe you can start doing now. Okay, total raise about 33 million funding. Okay, this is led by PayPal. Okay, PayPal Venture, very huge company. You know PayPal. Okay, and then if you look here, they are layer 1 focus, AI focused blockchain. So anything that is dealing with layer 1, there's a high possibility of an airdrop compared to layer 2. Okay, so it is better to focus on layer 1 projects on Testnet, okay, rather than mainnet. Okay, so Testnet is your entry point to experience points and positioning for the mainnet. Okay, so yeah, what you can do now, okay, you can, if you have a MetaMask wallet, you can start doing this. Okay, so this is an example here. Okay, this is a website, so I can send you the link here, and you can start doing already, especially for Young, Jim, and then Fiong, you can start doing. So for the blast, after I submit the form, just have to wait. Yeah, just wait and then check their Discord. That's where the update is. So if I'm not able to provide the information, maybe you can check on the Discord. That will be much better because they are providing the latest updates from there. Now, so if you go to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗧, testnet.go-kite.ai, okay, so you can able to join. Okay, you need faucet. First thing, you need faucet. Okay, a dummy token. So we're going to get here. You go here on this column here, claim testnet token. Okay, you're going to claim, but I've already claimed earlier. So or we can go to this website here, faucet.kite, faucet.go-kite.ai. Okay, so you're going to claim your faucet first in order for you to start. So Kite AI testnet, choose Kite native, enter your address here, your MetaMask address. Okay, and then click I'm not a robot, and then request 0.5 kite. Okay, so this is the one, and then they have quiz. So this is a daily quiz where they're giving you 50 points if you answer correctly. Okay, so this is what you need to do. I think it is compulsory because you need to accumulate points in order for you to be in the ranking to qualify for the airdrop. Okay, so overall this is just testnet, which is also good. So you can able to Google or you can able to check on Twitter. Okay, because sometimes they give the answer in Twitter. Okay, for this type of quiz. And then what you can do, you can also do staking. You can go to here, choose any validator, for example, Kite AI agent, and then you got to stake. You have to stake. So minimum is 1 kite. Okay, but one day you can receive about 0.5. So maybe the third day you can able to stake for this staking section. And then probably you might want to go to do bridging. So bridge.prod.go.ai. Okay, go and bridge from Kite to 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗺𝗀𝗧, because I already done that before. So they only given me one time, limited to 1 transaction per user. So for those of you who are new, you can try it out only one time. So you try to bridge your Kite to base 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀. Okay, base 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀, that's the one. Okay, and then what else? Swap. Okay, swap feature. Okay, you want to do, you have to do this. Okay, log into your MetaMask, and then you're going to swap. Okay, tesseract.finance/swap. So this is the one here. Okay, to swap. Okay, so swap pay around Test USD. There are many other tokens as well. Blaze, a lot, Apex, okay, Avalanche. Because this one is built on Avalanche. Okay, so this is the testnet for Kite.ai. Okay, so 33 million funding by PayPal, which is huge. I think this is worth your time to do. So that's why I highly suggest for you guys to start if you really want to make some income on airdrop. Then moving on next with coin market cap. So we can see what's happening now. Currently is trading around how much here? They show, or they have already removed. Okay, 3.95 trillion. BTC is at 114.2. Ethereum is at 4.4K. Gainers for today, where do we see now? Pump.fund, 17%. Okay, and then you can see here Mental is also up Wow, 16.6. Hive Pip Network 12%, Avalanche also 9%. Right here. Again, we can see MYXY Finance. It went up almost 14x here. 14x in 7 days, 1 week. That's a lot. Okay. So a lot is happening now. So we can see now on dominance. So dominance setup. Okay, on the money time frame, what's happening now? Price break below the middle band. Okay, so if any question, feel free to put in the chat box and I'll answer it later on. Okay, break middle band, you know that the trend is already shifting from bull to bear. So next level will be here in 4.93. Look at weekly time frame. Momentum sell, pull back for the re-entry. So this will be another short-term sell for a hit lower again. Okay, so if dominance were to go down again, then maybe this will be the next level here, 55.33. But looking at it, it's looking set to hit lower for dominance. Again, everything is down now, which is good for alts. Look at it against Bitcoin now, you can see what's happening. Monday time frame, you can see price break above the middle band. Okay, from sell to buy. Price closing above the middle band now. Let's see. For this one, very important is the re-entry or the pullback. Where this pullback can come back. Okay, it might come back all the way back here, 0.02760, or should we continue higher again? Then continue to retest at this level here, or even this resistance zone at 0.05347. Look at weekly now, you can see higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So far creating a support zone here. Should we see a support zone around this level? Then most likely, I think most likely it will continue to rally again and to retest around this level, 0.05347. Okay, for it against Bitcoin. Then moving on next to BTC. So what's happening now with it against BTC or Bitcoin here? So 114.2. Okay, so you're going to see here whether can it able to break past this level here. 116.2, 116K. Okay, 116K is the final boss resistance. Look at weekly now. Okay, BB squeeze. Price is hovering at the middle band, slowly coming back here. Now, this is the level that it needs to break above 114.9. And then hopefully can close above here, 119.7 for weekly. Look at daily now, already breaking higher. Then this will be the next resistance at 115.6 at the top. Okay, so overall bullish, but all these levels you have to be careful here, 115.6. And then should we see this level to breach above 119 will be next. If not, we see another pullback to maintain this level of support, which is 113 back here again. Ethereum, you can see here 4.4. Here, it is doing. So monthly, it is still uptrend. Okay, this is the final boss reason, 4.6. Okay, 4.6K. All right, and then this is the level here. 3758 will be the pullback. And then look at weekly time frame. So weekly time frame, you can see high highs, high lows, high highs, higher lows. See, creating another level for it to go up again. So this will be the base. Okay, 4.3. Final boss resistance is here, 4.7. Look at daily now. You see daily consolidating. It's waiting for a huge break on this level here. Okay, so yeah, this is a ranging period. Okay, so as long as you can able to maintain this level of support, then there could be a high chance of a break towards the upside for Ethereum. You can see already what's happening. It's already breaking out 4.4. So yeah, I think overall it's looking quite bullish for Ethereum. Now, then if we look at the altcoins, total 3, right? Not mistaken, total 3. Crypto market cap. Cup and handle, isn't it? You can see here. Okay, if we look at the monthly time frame, this is the cup. And then this is the handle here. So every time when you see this type of setup, there could be a high chance of a break towards the upside with this type of pattern, cup and handle. Okay, so on Monday, quite bullish. So I think most likely we'll see a huge volatility or parabolic move for total 3. And of course, the crypto total market cap will definitely explode very, very soon. 1.13 trillion is the final boss resistance. And look at daily as well, so you can see calling up already is about to break higher. Okay, it's like taking off. It's about to take off very, very soon. Okay, so you better start preparing those altcoins. Okay, don't wait until the thing goes up and then only start to panic buy. So you do not want that. Okay, then moving on next with the alts. Okay, very quickly with the alts, you can see here, looking a lot coming in. Looking here into 𝗧𝗶𝗺𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, 3.6. Very 𝗧𝗶 is also breaking towards the upside. So even though it's slow, you can see 𝗧𝗶 now is hovering around 3.24 as a base. This will be next. And then your resistance will be here, 4.11. Look at weekly now, time frame. Okay, we can see it looks like a double top, but you're going to see whether or not can it able to break past this re-entry sell at 3.66. If yes, then continue again this top BB here at 4.32 or sweet. Again, so far overall breaking towards the upside. Top BB will be next, 3.71 on daily time frame. Again, everything is bullish. We look at Solana now, 223. Okay, so Solana is looking trending itself towards the upside. So you see here, your resistance zone will be here, 238. Okay, able to close there will be very good. So yeah, and then your support zone will be here for now, 204. Look at weekly time frame. So weekly also, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Again, so it's trending higher again. 238 will be next for Solana. Daily also break past the top BB. So you might want to see this level to maintain a support at 214. Okay, so a pullback maybe at 214. And then if you look at H4, also broke, then this level will turn into support at 219. So 219, your re-entry, maybe if you can able to rebuy back, maybe 219, 214 for your range of Solana. Okay, and then mental. Okay, we'll take last one. Mental. This one. Mental also is up. Okay, 1.47. You can see, wow, all the way up. You can see this pattern here, W pattern. You know that the trend is about to break extremely hard here towards the upside, as this is a double bottom, a very nice pattern on the money time frame. Final boss resistance also broke, but it's still playing out now, still hovering above 1.31. Weekly also we can see momentum pull back, again break higher again. So yeah, this is the level to watch, 1.31. Daily also you can see already breaking towards the upside. So everything is looking bullish now. I think mental will continue to look for price discovery very, very soon.